Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody out there in the wonderful world. How's it going, Sean? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to tonight, and tonight we're gonna do a little something different. I'm not gonna stream for the sake of streaming and showing you guys the game. I'm gonna stream for the sake of talking to you guys and just kind of playing along while I'm doing that. And tonight we're gonna go ahead and cover the good, the bad, the ugly of 1.8, and that is a lot of stuff that we're gonna go ahead and cover tonight. And it's mostly stems from the experience that I had while I wasn't streaming yesterday. I was just playing to play because I just kind of want to get into the game and not have to worry about watching chat and all that stuff. And a couple of things happened yesterday that made me a little bit disheartened. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about that kind of stuff because it's that kind of stuff that's going to affect how this game turns out. And so let's go ahead and talk about the good stuff that's going to come, and that is everything that 1.8 is going to be awesome, and I'm excited about 1.8 and the possibilities that it's going to bring. And one of those things are the game modes, and despite the fact that there are numerous people out there that feel like Massive is just dumping all over them. I can't say the SH word because then this podcast somehow is deemed inappropriate for advertisers, so I don't want to go ahead and start swearing up a storm, but there's a lot of people out there that feel like because this is actual DLC and the stuff we paid for with the season pass isn't, and so there's a lot of people who are controversially saying that, hey, this is garbage, this isn't how you're supposed to treat your fan base and stuff like that. And so I just kind of want to say that I'm not one of those people. I'm actually happy that this patch is coming out, 1.8. There's a lot to it. I mean, with Last Stand, with the skirmish mode, where they're moving toward a more competitive structure within the game. And there's a lot, there's a lot of stuff that we can go ahead and talk about within this realm. But the one thing that I want to say is that they're moving in the right direction. However, they are doing it completely wrong. The problem is I think that maybe some company that will remain nameless might be a little too big, or full of themselves when they come to undertaking something of this size. And so, so 1.8 is going to be awesome. There's skirmish, there is resistance, and both those game modes are awesome. What up, Gorilla Gaming? How you doing, buddy? And so tonight, one of the things we're going to cover, I want to start by covering, and I'm going to have two, I got to get out of here before it drives me nuts with that stupid loud horn. You'd think after everybody dies that nobody would have that loud horn going. But, so we got skirmish, we got resistance. Both of those are awesome modes. Both of those are modes that we wish had come in the first update, right? I mean, everybody could have passed on the underground, and the underground compared to this one here, this update here, 1.8, is basically like throwing Underground and Last Stand together. That's basically what you're getting now, is those two things combined, plus an entire other social area in this little area right here that we're all going to be playing in no less than 5 weeks, or whatever it is that is going on there. But the problem here is that, is this patch too big? That's really the question that I want posed. I mean, and feel free, if you guys have any questions while you're doing this, I'll try and answer them as fast as possible. But if you have any questions for me while I'm going through this, please, by all means, put them in the chat and I will get to them. Feel free to support it. If you look at the top of the window or the description, you can go ahead and support our cause and try and get more of these up, and we'll do our best to answer all the questions while you're doing it. And we appreciate all the support that you get while we're here. So yeah, Colin, I actually have two videos coming out. One of them is, and I'll tell you, I'll give you guys a little pre-hint, and this is kind of leading up to that, and they'll probably be out tonight. One of them is the praise that I'm going to give to 1.8, because this is actually super awesome. Everything they have done with 1.8 is spectacular, and it is awesome. But then on the flip side, everything that they're doing is basically going to be shit upon and garbageized, if that is a word, by the amount of glitches, bugs and all of that stuff that's in there. We were playing, and I'll tell you what spurred this on. We were playing Resistance, and everybody that I've talked to is like, Resistance is like the best game mode ever. It's like just super well done. It has, you know, it's not just a horde mode where you're sitting there doing one thing after another. It challenges you to think. It gives you objectives. It gives you enemies to do. There is a lot of stuff to do in this game mode. And so we're doing this, and surprise, surprise, we get to this wave, and there is a ton of hunters that start coming at us. And that was awesome. This was awesome. However, they spawned behind us, like inches behind us. The spawns are terrible. There is absolutely just a horrible number of people right now. If you go to the Vision subreddit, there's a ton of people talking about how terrible the spawn system is within Resistance. And that this isn't really even what I'm talking about, because there is a lot worse things. And basically what happened is we're fighting these hunters, and we kill the last hunter, and what happens? Everybody in the group dies. There was nothing, and I have video of it. It'll come with the videos that I'm doing, talking about the massive amount of bugs that we're going to be seeing in this. And so there's just a lot of stuff that I'm worried about with 1.8, and it's mostly, is it too big? Did Massive bite off more than they could chew? And the answer is yes. You know, Massive isn't the only one working on this, but it really is a lot more than they could chew. The spawn systems in most games anymore are bad. That is correct. It's absolutely terrible. The other thing is, though, is they want feedback on this stuff. They want feedback on these games and the stuff that we're doing. However, these knuckleheads at Massive decide to run a global event, you know, the week of PTS number 2 when Resistance is out, and it begs the question, what are you trying to hide by running a global event? And I don't know if they're trying to hide or anything like that, you know, or they're trying to get less feedback. But the problem is you have the conundrum. Do I want to play on the regular server, the global event, or do I want to play week 2 PTS and try it out and try to make it better for people? And are they going to listen? They have a live team that deals with this stuff, and they have this, you know, it's hard enough to kind of deal with what is going on, and we all want the best stuff. We want this to be the best patch ever, right? I mean, there's no doubt about it. And this here is what you're seeing here is a global event. Like, this is the next global event. So if anybody's like, hey, I want the next global event to be it's going to be this. This is what the next global event is going to be, if there is anything about it. And this global event sucks. Like, let me just tell you, this global event is probably one of the weirdest. Like, as you can see, those guys explode. That's what the global event is the guys explode when you kill them. I have no idea what that's supposed to be about, like, or how that's a game changer or anything like that. From all accounts that I've talked to, people loved the Outbreak global event. Roll that in on a cycle, because people really like that. And here it is again. Everybody's obsessed with dogs in this area. I have no idea why, but it's just, you know, there's a lot of different things that need to happen for this to be a successful patch. And right now, I don't see them happening, because one, we're holding a global event right now that is taking away people's attention. People are going to want to play 1.7.1. People are going to want to play the new stuff on there. Oh crap, I totally forgot. I'm set up for running the oh gosh, I'm being shot through the wall. As you can see, I'm being shot through the wall. So this is just stuff that I'm going to tell you about. I mean, it's all this stuff. Yeah, exactly. Half the player base is yeah, exactly. Half the player base is playing, you know, they should not, you know, they could have done the global event at another time, or taken down the PTS and saying, hey, we're going to do the global event. We want to do the PTS, though. You know, we're going to take a week from the PTS. We tested week 1. We're going to take all your feedback from week 1. We'll put it into week 2, which will come after the global event. But they didn't. They're running it concurrently. And sure, yes, we're going to go into week 3 with very little feedback, because everybody wants to get their gear over on the global event. And as you can see, I'm not actually on there, but I do want to go and get my stuff, and that goes to another thing. They've actually lowered the drop rate for classified. They lowered the classified drop rate, and they didn't say that they did. It's just, you know, from all accounts that I've seen, it's totally what they've done. Like, they have completely lowered the classified drop rate. So if you notice that you're getting less classifieds, I think that they took all the information from the first global event and they put it into this one, and they said, okay, the drop rate was way too generous. And so they didn't want people finish their gear sets way too fast or stuff like that. And the people that finish their gear sets way too fast, those are the people that are, they're in the minority. They're in the 1% of people that play this game every single day. And that makes it a little bit of a misnomer, you know. It's not like everybody here. I got one full set and maybe two partial sets, and that was it. And so right now, the drop rate is the thing that people are complaining about the most, because they feel like they've had to put in way more time on this game on 1.7.1. Let's see. Outbreak was good. Assault was meh. Outbreak was fun, but the contamination was the OP from the enemy rushers. Yeah, it's, you know, there's a lot of different things, and, you know, they're doing some things right, but they're also doing some things wrong. And it's a little frustrating for us as players, the people that have supported this game through, you know, people like myself, especially the people that are here in the stream. You guys are here supporting my channel, and most of the time, most of you guys are, you know, regulars to the channel. And some of you guys come out only for the Division content, and that's totally fine. I don't have any problems with that, because you know, you came here for the Division content. But the problem is that, you know, they didn't tell us that they were, you know, backing down the drop rate or anything like that. I thought it was fine, the drop rate, and especially, like, they could have, you know, added in another gear set or something like that. But there's a lot of people that are upset that they're feeling like they have to work a lot harder. That guy that guy saw me coming. He was like, nope, not having that. Turned around and started running. But this like, that's the problem, is there's so much vibrant and atmospheric tension here in this area that I hate to see it ruined by the amount of glitches and glitchiness and all that stuff that are in this version. I mean, you can literally hear it. I'm just go look. I mean, that's not really. That's probably just they just didn't see me. Oh, look, there's some Division tech here. But, you know, something's clearly broken, and they need to figure it out, because right now the drop rate for the global event, it should be consistent. Like, we shouldn't have a, you know, 50% classified drop rate one week and then a, you know, 20% classified drop rate the next week. That's not how it should work. It's very inconsistent, and I understand that it's a living, breathing game, and they're trying to update it based on, you know, and they're trying to get players to play as much as possible. And yes, because it's their livelihood. But right now what they're doing is they're making it really hard for players to play and see any light at the end of the tunnel. Because honestly, I would accept a 20% drop rate if their efforts were being shown somewhere else. If I could see their efforts somewhere else in bug fixes or, you know, something to that effect, it would actually make me feel good about, you know, having a drop rate and wanting me to play more. And that's the problem, is that it's not showing through. The spawn rate, and this is all feedback that I'm obviously sending over to Massive, because, well, one, this PTS, I haven't looked at the Steam charts, but it's definitely has a lot less players than the last one. And Santa's just kind of, I mean, Santa's even disappointed. I mean, he doesn't look as jolly as he was. And I mean, this goes far beyond the commendations for the masks or anything like that. I feel like adding in the pig mask and the hockey mask and, you know, whatever the other one was, the it mask, that Like, you're turning this into Saints Row, and Saints Row is a good game, but, you know, you need to kind of line up your rewards with the global event that you're having. So, while I understand that you want to do a Halloween-themed... what up, J-Biz? Hey, I understand that you want to do a Halloween theme. That's great, but you physically chose to do a game. This is a game that takes place during Christmas. There's no other time. Time doesn't move, time doesn't go forward, it doesn't go backwards, it stays exactly the same the entire time we're doing it. So having events based around the holidays isn't working, and adding in masks that take the player out of the game and take the realism out of the game doesn't work for me. If you wanted to have an assault, you could have... Oh, look at these guys were hunting me down. If you want to have an event, make the rewards based on, you know, whatever it was that is, you know, if it's an assault event, make it an assault. Make it, you know, give us these LMB masks, or, you know, something to that effect. I would have much rather had an LMB mask than any of the rewards that are currently there. And yes, the pig mask, the clown mask, they're cool. Yes, they're very cool. But look, wouldn't you rather have this helmet here? He's wearing a ski mask with kind of like these night vision goggles or something like that. I mean, yeah, exactly. Are they going to have Easter Bunny stuff? You know, yeah. It just, the choices being made right now in this game do not seem to reflect the direction that the game wants to go, and that's a problem. And so, you know, back to this 1.8, having your global event run during a PTS, it just doesn't work. And not to mention, there's a ton of bugs that need to be, you know, gone through. And having your game, you know, having something like this where you can't actually do any testing because all of the testers are over there getting their gear for the PTS or for the global event, that's not really gonna be, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, there's just a level of frustration that doesn't need to be there. I mean, there's a lot of people in the game that like the masks. I can't... I mean, the masks look good, but if it was a Halloween game and we were playing bad guys, nobody in the division is going to go around wearing a stupid pig mask. I just can't see anybody doing that. That doesn't seem like a realistic thing for division agents to do. I mean, if I was Fei Lao or Roy Benitez, I couldn't be taken seriously. Like, none of those guys in the course of this game would be caught dead. These masks here, these masks that I'm wearing, like that mask there, I could see that. Like, that's perfectly fine. That is one of those things that you would probably wear if you were in this kind of environment. Finding a pig mask or a clown mask or something like that, that's the kind of shit I expect to see enemies in this game doing. Like, put those things on enemies, like, and maybe make them a drop on an enemy that you could wear, but maybe make it so that you can only wear it when you're going rogue or something like that. But don't make it so that it's normal, like you're trying to pretend that a normal agent will wear it. And I know that this is digressed into a rant about masks, which wasn't my intention. This is fully a rant about how massive is basically screwing this up. Okay, so I got 3 waves here. And this is part of the mission portion of the game where they've added in these cool little missions and stuff for you to do in this new area. So, I mean, it's definitely part of the bigger picture that they're trying to do here. This one here, this is really difficult to get through, just for the simple fact that these are they are coming from everywhere. Oh, that's good. Glad that guy decided to run around there. Let me go ahead and slow that down. But yeah, there needs to be some, you know. If we're going for realism and we're going for a tactical shooter approach, and especially with the way that you know, they want to make this you know, more of a competitive shooter. I don't feel like this is the way to go. This is not the way to bring a competitive shooter into the light. But yeah, if they, the Easter Bunny thing drove me nuts. Like when I saw that, like the Easter Bunny thing, like the Easter Bunny outfit. Like actually, I could actually fit that into the narrative. You know, store sells a Easter Bunny outfit that is based on the movie Christmas Story. Like at least there's a narrative for it. Oh crap! I'm gonna die. Come on, put it down. All right, there we go. Okay, so with that being said, I honestly can tell you that I feel like the thing that's going to, like, 1.8 is going to be a great patch. The problem here is that 1.8 is going to be riddled with so many bugs, and the first time, like, so there'll be a lot of people playing. There'll be a lot of people who play this patch. And the reason that they play it is because they're going to come back and go, this is going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It's a great patch. The problem is there's going to be so many bugs on it that they just aren't going to be, like, you think that there's bugs now, but the first time you end up getting killed in a wipe during the last mission of a resistance match, you are going to just flip out. Like we were doing so well. We were on like wave 9 of a oh great. No, don't kill my box. Ah, you dick. This is probably one of the harder missions here. Is this one here. Because it's oh, I'm right outside Wolf's Den, but it takes forever to get back here. Oh, it's not gonna let me smile at Can't. Oh well. But yeah, it's probably one of the better missions. But the amount of bugs, the first time that happens to a group, that's gonna be it. You're gonna lose 4 players right there, and there's just nothing that you can do. And let me see if I can pull up this clip. Let me see if I can pull up this clip from yesterday. I haven't actually reviewed the clip itself, but I know that. Pardon my my stuff right now while I go through. It actually slows down there, and I'm gonna see if I can pull up this clip from yesterday. And it was, you know, us going through resistance, and just there was no reason that we died at the very end. And I believe this is it here. Yeah. So let me skip to the end. So here's the hunters. Here we are playing against the hunters. I actually have to go at this point, so I wasn't too steamed because I had to go. And so there's no boss. So just so you guys know, we just killed the boss. And this up here at the very top, we just died. Because we killed the boss. Like, we killed the boss, and there was, like...
Don't know.
there was nothing that did it. Like, you kill the boss, and we died. And that's something that they're gonna have to work out. And there's no... Like, I have no idea as to whether or not they're gonna be able to fix that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday, and it was extremely frustrating to kill the boss. Like, you saw us kill the boss. He was right there. He died. It was the hunter, and there were 3 hunters, and this wasn't a boss round, so the boss timer came on, and we're not sure like what glitched out or what happened. But it happened, and we were not happy about it. It was definitely something that needs to be fixed in the future. And so that really made me start looking into this and thinking that you know, this isn't going to be no, it's fine, Gorilla. I mean, it's yeah, Hornet has a great mask too from Russian Consulate. Like, all of the first wave agents have great, you know, have great things, and it's frustrating for people. And Twisted has Gorilla has let me see, who said, Jaybiz said it best. In order to get the mask, you have to have a good group. Okay, so pro tip, you guys have about maybe a day left. I think it might be 23 hours left. I'm gonna give you a pro tip on how to get through all of the missions except for Falcon's Lost, for the commendation for not going down, and play it solo. Because it's bugged. Shock, surprise, it is bugged. This is pro tip right here. You can play it solo, and as long as you don't heal, you will get the commendation for nobody in your group going down or dying and not using a healing thing. Even though you die several times during a mission, and I tested it out. I ran through Russian consulate yesterday and did all that stuff, and I got to the end, and I got a commendation for not going down or dying during the mission, even though I died several times during General Assembly, because I was playing it on the hard. I think I was playing on hard, and it's pretty difficult, especially when you're trying not to heal. You can't heal at all or anything like that. So I was doing that, but yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you can use, but your death, if you're solo, it doesn't count. Like, somehow it doesn't count, and I don't know why. But, so I went through everything and did that, and that was fine. I was happy because I was going to be frustrated because we were going through it. If you end up doing it in a group, it just doesn't work. If you go down or die, you end up without it. And if you're not with a group, you end up, and part of the commendation is they're trying to get you to play with the groups, but not everybody has a group. Like, not everybody has a group of friends, and there is no amount of pleading, begging, asking, or anything like that that you can do to get your friends to come back and play with you, even during a global event. And sure, I saw Kotaku did a news article on this. You go to Kotaku and read it. I don't recommend going to Kotaku. They're I mean, I guess I go there every once in a while, but sends you back to the checkpoint when you beat it. It registers not. Yeah, exactly. And the commendation is you can't go down or die. And you would think that going down or dying would mean dying and then restarting at the checkpoint, but apparently it doesn't. And so there's that issue, and that's fine, because that's one of those bugs that's going to benefit players and stuff like that. And I'm sure somebody's figured it out how to do it on Falcon's Lost, because that is one of the biggest pains of an. I don't know too many people who are willing to get the mask on Falcon, just because they don't want to have to go through Falcon's Lost. Like, to be honest, I'm not going to get the mask because I don't want to go through Falcon's Lost, because I've been playing Falcon's Lost since day one that it came out, and I absolutely hated it then. I absolutely hate it now. It has not gotten any better. It is probably one of the worst incursions that they've come up with. However, the Assault Global event does make it easier to do Clear Sky in like 2 minutes. It's amazing to run through in 2 minutes on the hardest part, because you just absolutely down guys as fast as you can. So I wonder if a team just have every way. Yeah, that Jay. The problem is that you go down, and you'd have to instantly die in order to for that to happen. So I don't think that it would count. So it's possible that it would, but I didn't try it with a group. Also, if you have your friend join at the very end, if you have just one friend join at the very end, you'll get the commendation as well for that. I don't know if they get the commendation for it, but you will definitely get the commendation for it. So you get the commendation for doing it in a group if you just have a friend join at the very end of the match. So there's definitely a lot of bugs in that sense, but I didn't post a video about it. I didn't see any reason to. I know people would have been happy to have that posted last week when it was a little bit more relevant, but yeah, I mean, if you didn't do it, there's plenty of glitches and stuff as it is. So, oh, stolen signal's the worst. Look at, did you not see that? That, like, Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Like, so that guy destroyed my box and it still picked me up. So that's okay. I'm not gonna cry about that. That's fine. But you know, I want to make sure that 1.8 is successful, and so like all of this feedback that I'm giving to you guys right now, it is definitely stuff that's going out to massive. I forgot where I was going. I was headed over to the Resistance because I wanted to do the carrier again, and so yeah. So it has been 30 minutes. Normally I only have like 20 minutes worth of stuff, and I covered it all in about 10 minutes. So let me see if I can find. Let's see, find agents, and we'll see how fast the matchmaking finds me. Two agents. Invite received. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go see if I can join these guys here. I have no idea. Yeah, exactly. The bag with the clutch save, like it blew up like right before. Blew up right before. And then there's definitely some issue. What is going on here? Okay, that was weird. But there's definitely some issues with the way things work in there. Like a lot of people will
alert. An agent is now leaving your team.
Okay, bye-bye. So there's a lot of issues with how the missions work. There's a lot of glitchiness with the voiceovers and stuff. So
prep yourself.
It's
Virus burst will be headed your way. Go get him.
Okay, I guess that guy didn't. This is ridiculous. At least it found me a game right away. That's crazy. That's just crazy talk. That's crazy talk right there.
Alert. Incoming supply drops detected.
I get it. I get it. Incoming supply drops. All right, we're going to see if we can find another one. It probably won't. There's probably like 2 people doing this. But yeah, so there's like, you know, there's a lot of issues. Like if you were watching my stream from the other day, when there's an objective that you have to do, the voiceover, no matter if you clear it or not, the voice will keep telling you you have 60 seconds to clear that out, and it'll just keep saying you have 60 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, even if you finished it already. So I don't know if that's gonna work. All right, I'm not gonna sit around and wait for this to go. I'm just gonna go, and then maybe a couple people will join me while I'm going along the way. Because I mean, this is a great mode. I like this mode. It's fun. There's definitely a lot to do here. I don't like that it pushes you into the next round before you're ready. It basically gives you 4 rounds to get your bearing, and then get yourself ready for the next wave. I'll probably stream for another little while. I'm home by myself right now, so it's either this or jerking off, and I chose this, so which is kind of like circle jerk, but I'm just kidding.
Hostiles starting now.
All right, there we go. First wave of hostiles. Sorry if I offended any of you poor little snowflakes out there with my jerking off reference. Everybody does it. Get over yourself. If you guys haven't, I'm not sponsored by Netflix or anything. If Netflix wants to sponsor me, they can. But there's a new show on Netflix called Big Mouth. It's pretty funny. If you haven't been watching it, it's hilarious. So yeah, go watch that. That's pretty funny. Especially if you're into more of the adult cartoon. I would highly suggest you watch it with your parents. If you got parents at home, watch it with them. It won't be awkward at all. So. Just kidding. I'm just totally kidding. If you watch it with your parents, you're going to be more than embarrassed. So.
Indicate 1 hostile left.
Oh, 1 hostile left. Oh no. If I was that guy, I would have taken off running.
Try out there. You're going to have EMP burst headed your way.
Now, what happens when the game gets older? Get harder to matchmake. How it'll be
hostiles inbound in 20 seconds.
Yeah, and all of this new stuff is team-based content. I mean, if it gets old enough to the point where
Next wave of hostiles in 10 seconds.
You can't find anybody, it's gonna be a real downer, and that's gonna be the sad part of it. Like, I mean, this game is already 2 years old and getting there. That guy's dead. And you can see the spawn system. There's no spawn like over here behind this truck. Like, where's the spawn there? Like, there needs to be a set spawn system here that... Oh, that guy killed my stuff. That wasn't very nice. There's a guy behind me.
Looks like we got 5 hostiles remaining.
Shot him in the kneecap. Not coming back from that. Look at me. Look at me shooting through the wall. It's amazing. Delicious. I mean, you guys have seen enough of 1.8. What do you guys think? I mean, is it you know, is it gonna be exactly what you guys wanted? I mean, have you guys stopped playing and you guys are coming back from this? Now's the time while I'm in the middle of doing this stuff and I'm trying to to do this. Ask your questions. I'm happy to answer anything. You know, I've had friends, you know, since or subscribers that they come up to me. They have my Xbox gamer tag. They pop into my group. They ask me about things, and I'm happy to answer everything. You know, for them. Yesterday, one of the guys wanted to know, and he's pretty cool, dude. But he wanted to know if Ark Evolved was worth getting, and I had to tell him, I'm like, it's a good game. But you gotta have friends that you can play it with. You're gonna be bored out of your mind if you're playing it by yourself. It is a slog to go through by yourself. You're not really gonna have a good time by yourself and stuff like that. And so, you know, there's definitely those considerations. Oh, 5 enemies left. These guys are hurting.
We've got 3 hostiles to go.
How do you get in the PTS? This is not console. This is PC. And on PC, everybody gets into the PTS as long as you bought a copy of the game. Just because, if you're on console, who knows what's going on with the console stuff? I honestly have no idea if this stuff's going to be out on, you know, probably after global event. They're probably doing that right at least. They should wait until the global event is done and then put it out on console. They don't want that kind of conflict. PC players, yeah, I'm sitting here griping about, you know, them doing the global event during the portion of the game where you know, people are confounded. They want to play PTS, they want to do this, but you know, there's not enough time to do both, and so it's, you know, yeah, there's a ton of bugs in it, Jay. But really, you must defuse the threat. I mean, see, this is the thing. They push you into the next area no matter what, and they should, you know, it should come up in, like, before. It shouldn't be okay, the wave started, I need to go defuse the threat. Like, that shouldn't be what it is. Alright, so we're gonna sit here and defuse the threat. But yeah,
60 seconds remaining to complete the critical objective.
See, 60 seconds left. And maybe, I've already finished it, so. So maybe at least, maybe it's just by, when you're in a group that it just keeps saying that over and over again to the point where you want to kill somebody. But, yeah, we were just talking about that, Kevin. I was just talking about that earlier, about how they seem to have lowered the drop rate for classified gear in this latest update. Where'd this guy go? I just saw him over here. Dude, I know you're over here, dude.
Still got 5 hostiles out there. Shooting out there.
See, it said I have 5 hostiles out here, but then it just completed the wave, and it said I only killed 4 guys. So I have 5 guys left.
20 seconds until next wave.
There's a bug. I honestly don't think console's gonna get PTS in time. I think you'll get it in probably closer to week 3.
Next wave in 10 seconds.
You'll probably get it closer to that. I don't think you're gonna get it in the next week. You'll probably get it PTS week 2. That's what I'm envisioning.
Hostile is inbound.
Oh, interesting.
You don't have a chance.
All right, we're gonna do that one. That looks pretty cool. I didn't even know that was there.
Where?
I don't know where I'm at. Oh, look, it's Laurie Barrett. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, where are these guys coming from? Oh, these guys are going down. Laurie Barrett's dead. I'm glad they're all working together. That guy just came out of nowhere, died. Oh, where are these guys coming from? How are these guys getting over? Like, how are these guys getting over here? Like, it doesn't make any sense that those guys are jumping over the fence.
Wave in 20 seconds.
Sean, they nerfed it already. That's the thing that I don't know.
Next wave of
They said they nerfed
seconds.
it, but I'm not seeing it. Like, I'm not seeing the nerf. Like, it's still pretty badass. So if they nerfed it, they didn't nerf it well enough to make it matter. That and they're gonna nerf the Alpha Bridge set before they actually release that. Oh, so here we go. We got drones coming in. Got these drones here. Oh, and if you kill a drone, and it's up there, the little thing just stays in the air. Like, it's a little ridiculous that you can't get these. And some of the stuff. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. Oh, who's shooting at me?
I'm seeing 5 hostiles remaining.
All right. So I like the. Like, I like the drones. I like that they add the drones in. So, but yeah, with the setup that I'm running, it's actually pretty cool. Here you go, buddy. Have one of those. Wait, no stagger from the grenade. Here, maybe he wants one of these. How am I not hitting this guy? There we go.
One more hostile.
One more hostile. Yeah, I'm seeing 2 on my map. All right, let me jump down here and grab all these things here, because this is your lifeblood in this is getting all this shade tech. Oh, we got 2,000. Where's this last guy at? Like, see that? Oh, it says that there's one up there. But how am I gonna? I can't shoot the. It says that the last enemy is the box. How is that possible? Look, it's in the box. Are you kidding me with this? Like, are you kidding me? The drone is in the box. And what is? Oh my gosh, the drone is in the box. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Maybe I can get him with this. No. Nope. I mean, I don't know. What up, Dark Father? How you doing? Just playing some Resistance. We're doing some box welding here. And trying to figure out why there's a drone. And somebody forgot. Yeah, somebody forgot to unpack it. That's Sean. If somebody wants to record this and send it to Massive and let them know they have a drone in the box, they need to make sure that all of the enemies are unpacked during... I wonder if I can get it on top here. No. I can get on top here. Trying to figure out how to get this guy. Let's see if I can do it this way. Oh, he doesn't even see it. Does he see it? No. Doesn't even see it. Oh, this is a bummer. This makes me sad. Maybe I can get a grenade up there? Come on. Come on, Nate. I can only throw it over, or I can't throw it on top. Somehow I can't throw it on top. No matter how hard I try. Look at it. Oh, there we go. Alright. No. It didn't work. Let's see. If anybody has a welder or something like that, they can bring out here and... This is the ultimate. He's camping. I mean, the flames are going through the box. Maybe. I mean, the whole thing about this stream was to talk about bugs, and you know, doing this, I wanted to show you some of the things that you encounter. I've never encountered this one before, and let me tell you, if you come into this, if you are a normal player and you come into something like this, something that's going to disrupt the flow of a fun time, such as this, you are not going to be happy. There is no fun in doing this. What I need is some armor-piercing rounds, or something like that. Maybe that would do it. These shipping crates are tough, though. I mean, look, you can see him. He's right there. I wish you could drive the loader. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome if you could drive the loader. Oh, it's compromised, so I can't even use that. Let's see. What else do I have that I could possibly use? Oh, man. I mean, I wish I could climb up to this one up here and then shoot down. Maybe the top is open. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I mean... like last night, we were at that stage. That was the issue, and I can't get that because that's over there, and I can't move forward because all the shade stuff is compromised. So if you look at this shipping container, I can't add anything to it. So effectively, this round is over. I apparently won, and yeah. So, oh yeah, let me try a sticky bomb. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, at least I do it. I haven't. Pro tip: I haven't unlocked everything on this character, so it's a little difficult for some of the stuff. Somebody was like, "Why are you running through that with?" It was pretty. It was a good try, Jay. It was a good try. I wanted to... What I should do is sit here until it matchmakes me with somebody. Let's see. Oh, maybe Seeker Mine. Maybe a Seeker Mine? What do you think? Seeker Mine will do it? I could probably do a Seeker Mine. Let's see. Alright, now we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait and see. Alright. Let's see if I can get it on top here, because I know it's not going to work if I throw it underneath. No, it's not going to work. Effectively, this is done. It was a good run. Like, I don't even know if the Seeker Mine's like... Seeker Mine's probably like, dude, what the hell is going on? Why'd you throw me up here? Let me see if I can... yeah, I can get it. It's the little thing's hanging out there. No. Oh, that's alright. Guess we're done with this one. Done here. Oh, and the Seeker Mine died. You win some. Maybe if I go back far enough, it'll disappear and respawn. Let's try it. We'll go back to the storage yard and see if we... Wait, I just... Oh, hey, look! Who's this guy? And why is he... What? What? Did you... What? What? Who is this? This guy's here to make sure that things don't go right. He's like, oh, I got this. Hold my beer. I'm gonna show you guys something. He just... How did he just ran? Oh, he just ran inside that box. I want to run inside that box. I bet if I angle it right, maybe I run inside the box. No?
Damn it.
No? I don't know how he got in there. He must be a ghost.
Nice.
Oh, there it is! It did it! That guy was the failsafe. There we go. Alright. We're moving on! We're moving on! Is the drone still in there, though? No, drone's gone.
Next wave in 10 seconds.
They obviously shut it down. Like, you shut it down. Shut it down, Alex. We can't have people making fun of our boxes here.
Shade Tech interacts are now offline.
Oh, and there. Oh, well, welcome to, you know, the drones that they did unpack. The drones are like, we got this. We got this. We'll make up for Carl. Carl the drone didn't make it. In my world, everything's name is Carl, except for Alex. Oh, I'm so screwed right now. Because I have all my stuff. I wasn't actually prepared for doing this. So now that I've switched out all my stuff. All right. Once it's all loaded back up. Yeah, I know. I have to change my skills back. Who's shooting behind me? Who is shooting behind me? You got this guy over here shooting through the wall, or shooting through the tarp. Oh, and that guy magically appeared out of nowhere.
Can't say you have 3 enemies left.
Yeah, this guy over here.
All the other agents are down.
Oh, all the other agents are down.
3 hostiles left.
So we got hostiles left, and all the other agents that were with me are down.
You ain't got a prayer.
Alright, I think it's probably safe for me to change my stuff back. I'm gonna run my box still, because well, that is the only way I get back up. Alright, there we go. Did they lower the drop rate for classified and legendary missions? I haven't come across any, only exotics, and I think I don't think that they said that they were gonna put classified stuff in legendary missions. At least I haven't seen any in legendaries. Apparently my group disbanded too. I don't know how that happened. I didn't see anybody join. I mean, maybe somebody joined and I didn't see him. Is that guy still alive? What are you guys doing? Yeah, this guy, apparently this guy's still alive. This guy apparently is not part of the show. So they were talking about this. Somebody was talking about it on Reddit, where the guys will randomly show up. Like, so if you like run away from, like if I run away from this shield guy, another guy will randomly spawn in his place. Just very similar to what happened with the drone. You just get this random spawn, and nobody kind of knows why it happens. Oh, that guy's blind. There we go. All right.
You gave us your best.
Despite the fact that the whatever it was up there. All right, so we got 3,400 now.
Hostiles in 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't even know who joined. Somebody joined. I want to get inside the shipping container. I haven't actually been in the shipping container. Oh, I need ammo. Where's the ammo? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Defuse the threat.
Oh, I gotta go defuse the threat. Oh gosh. Let's do it. Little gung ho, dude. Little gung ho. I'm a little excited about this. Alright, I got made. The problem is you only get like a minute to defuse the threat. I'm gonna throw that. Oh, somebody joined. Okay. So we got somebody joining in.
1 minute left to
We got Google Optiplex has joined us, and he is in for a rude awakening if he thinks that this is going to be any better with him in here and bug free. Oh gosh! Drop my purse. Gotta drop my purse here. So that's the what? Oh my gosh! And Google's not even in the thing. Like, he joined and he died. And I don't know what he was doing. Is he expecting something to happen out here? Here, buddy. Take one of these. Oh, good. He likes the turret. He's like, yeah, that's a good turret. That's a fine looking turret there. I wonder if he likes the bag too. Do you want the bag? Look, here's a bag too. Oh yeah, you like that. Oh look, he's got his pet seeker mine out. And he's got his own turret. That's good. Oh, and he's 291. Oh, so he's used the optimization station. It's unfortunate that I'm going to leave the group. Bye. Bye, hot dog guy. Group disbanded. Oh, look, it kept his... oh, no, it didn't keep his stuff there. That's my bag. That's my bag. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's a bunch of bullshit. So we're just going to leave that there. I don't know what he decided to do. But he definitely wasn't helping at all. Like, he could have came in and helped. And what's weird too is yesterday me and Haas were running through this, and we were on matchmaking just like that, and a guy spawned in, and all of a sudden we were wondering where all the guys spawned. Hang with me here. You guys get to relish in the car wash wavy flag thing guy, because he looks pretty cool. I think he's the coolest thing in the game right now. This is what they need. They need more of this in the game. But what happened was the guys spawned, and me and Haas are sitting there waiting for all of the guys to come in, and none of them spawned in. But we see this guy running through the very first area that we were at, and every single enemy spawned up there. And we were like, okay, this is a little ridiculous. Why are they spawning up there? But that's there's something fundamentally wrong with the spawn points. There's something fundamentally wrong with the enemy spawns. There's something wrong with the way things go. WGOL, I am loving the content. I'm hating the bugs. As if you rewind for about... We spent about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes trying to kill this drone that was in a box that we couldn't get to. It was the last enemy, and the drone was in the box, and we couldn't get it. So luckily, I had the wise wisdom to see if we could get it to despawn while we were there. And luckily it did, and another guy just magically appeared out of a box and ran into a box and ran out of a box, and then I killed him. So that's how that happened. So maybe I'm gonna go do this where I have to kill these lieutenants here. Yeah, they look like they're bothersome. They're hurting some people here. Yeah, it is very funny. It's like they put all this technology. Like here's Fat Santa. Oh, apparently I triggered something. Yeah, I love the fact that out of all of this stuff, they have one wavy guy here. It's it's pretty funny. And they have a grow house growing in a car wash. So that's always fun. So yeah, I just finished up Resistance. I'm not even gonna try a skirmish because I don't want to wait for 2 hours to try and find a game to play. If you don't know, nobody is playing skirmish. That's pretty much a given. Like, I think the last time I played it, they had just put it out, and it still took us like 10 minutes to find our first game, and then it took us no time at all to find the second one, and then we were kicked out, and it took us a lot. Yeah, it morphed into a Grenadier, like Jack in the Box. Exactly. That's exactly. Oh, hey, there's a baseball field here. I didn't even know this. There's baseball. It's baseball time. Oh, there's a soccer ball. And there's a baseball bat. Hey, this is where that dude Alex gets his baseball bats from. Look, they're like steel reinforced baseball bats. And somehow somebody's playing soccer. Now batting. Look, you can run the bases. It's a little muddy. But hi, friend. So. I don't have a link to my build, but I try and... Oh, gosh. What is going on here? It looks like everybody and their mom just decided to spawn in here and start shooting at me. I didn't realize there was this many people around. Yeah, no, I'm just running the 6-piece Lone Star. I'll show you what it is in just a minute, actually. That way you can see it. I try and go over it every time when I'm going through this, just so people can see it. I'm running two Alajandro, Big Alajandros, but I usually run MG5s with it, just because I like the fact that I can. I don't know why is all this excavate? Why would you excavate a football field or a baseball field? Doesn't make any sense. People, wait, Baron supplies. You ran out of room. Like, can't go around there. But yeah, let me just run over here and quickly see what's going on with these guys. There's this guy over here. He's pacing. He obviously has nothing better to do than to walk up and down these stairs. Oh, it's Joseph's. Joseph's, what's going on, man? What are you up to? Surprise! Oh. Drop my purse. Grab some tech.
You're just wasting my time, ass. Gonna blast the fucker.
It's nice that I can get close to him. Got Harris over here. They came up with some real covert names. Like, let's what should we name these guys? Let's come up with some real names that'll strike fear into people. Let's go with Harris and Joseph. Those are strong Christian names. We're gonna make sure that we get this right. The animal guy. That guy. That's a pussy's name. Animal. Who names themselves Animal? All right. So those two guys are down. If they were contaminated, why they put them in boxes and bury them in there? I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense. I probably would light them on fire. Let's see what's down here. There's got to be something down here, right? Like a tunnel? No, there's... Oh, now you know where all of New York's garbage goes. Goes in their sewer. All right, let's see if we can hunt down this guy here. He's hanging out in the boxes of dead people. See, oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it's infected bodies. I guess they're just gonna bury them all in New York City and just, you know, they figure New York City is already Chernobyl. Oh, it's McBride. Joseph Harris and McBride. Those were the dudes that they decided. Okay. So I finished that mission. All right. It's a good thing they didn't have scary names. That would have been tough. I don't know if I could have dealt with another Blaze, a long shot, and an animal. Maybe they'll have those guys. They might have those guys every once in a while. But, yeah, so now you guys got to witness exactly what they should have, like a box with a spawn point for these guys. Like they shouldn't just spawn in randomly everywhere. I know they're trying to break ground and do new stuff, but it's not working. It's not working. And why is everybody talking about the dogs? I actually have one of these little bike things right outside my house. I don't live in New York City, but I have Ford sponsors these bike things that are right outside my house. It looks exactly like this, like identical, except it's got Ford's name on the side of it. And all I can think of is like Ford makes cars, not bicycles. So, well, thank you, my good friend W. Gal. I used to be a DJ, so that makes a lot of sense. Good for. Used to be on Live 105 in the city, and I used to do my longest stint was for a small radio station in Fremont, California called KBCH. Yeah, so I did that for a while.
Alert.
I get back into it. Oh my gosh, the enemies are hacking. I just ran by there. Yeah, no, I used to do a little show on. Oh, that guy's going that way. How are they hacking? What are they hacking? There's nobody here hacking anything. I'm obviously preventing it. All right. But yeah, the radio doesn't pay very much. That's basically what. That's long and short of why I'm not in radio anymore. Is it really doesn't pay very well, and they want you to work 20 hours a week, so I have to pay you benefits, and that's all that stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm obviously preventing the hacking from going on. But I don't know how I'm doing it. So let me prevent it more with some fire. Wait, I'm a big fan of the Big Alajandro gun, even with the nerf. Even the nerf that they put on it, like, it's still not like real. Like, the nerf like doesn't feel like it's there. Like, the gun is still, like, as awesome as ever. Like, if they want to nerf it, put it back to the damage that it was at and reduce the RPMs. That's how you do it. Nobody's holding onto the gun that's doing 1,000 RPMs a second. Or a minute. Like, 1,000 rounds per minute? Nobody's doing that. I don't even think this gun actually does 1,000 rounds per minute. I'd love to test it out and see, but it doesn't seem plausible. And that guy that just committed suicide, like, I applaud him. You know, he didn't want to get shot in the face, so he just jumped off the building. That was cool, bro. Oh, all right. That guy kind of jumped out. Wasn't sure who it was. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me run back here really quickly, and I'll show you guys what my build setup is, because so here's the thing. I was watching Wids run through some content, and I think it was his Clear Sky run that he was, him and Marco's Styles were doing, and they were trying to best each other doing the 2.5 minute run. And I noticed that when I looked at his build, he didn't have any stability mods on. He didn't have any accuracy mods. He didn't have any handling mods or anything like that. And I wondered, I'm like, what is it? What is it that he's doing? Because my guns are like all over the place. Like when I shoot my gun, like it was doing this. Like I can't shoot like that. It was crazy. I don't know where Infamous is. He's around somewhere. And so I started doing some investigation on why my aim is so shitty and why everybody else's aim was so good. And so I found out that he was running a perk that gives you 25% to stability. However, I'm fairly certain that it is broken as fuck. Like, so you notice there's a little arrow under my name whenever I go into cover. And that is the mod that I'm running. It's a talent. And so let me I'm just gonna run out of here so I don't get shot and killed while I'm doing it, because that's kind of disturbing while I'm trying to show you guys my build, and it's not really letting me do it. Look at this guy. Here, doggy doggy. Here, doggy doggy. He really wants that dog. Oh, he's... He was gonna shoot that dog. Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave this here for you. Yeah, I don't know if Infamous actually is on the PTS for PC. He's got the PC version, and we ran him through it till level 30. But I don't think he's really done anything with it since then. All right, we're back at Camp Clinton now. So I will look at this good-looking guy, Beefalo Bart. You look good, Beefalo.
Remember that out there.
Looking good, my man. All right, so here's my build. I'm not actually taking I'm not actually getting any benefit from anything else on this. But yeah, so I'm running 2 Big Alajandro machine guns, 22% damage to targets out of cover. And these were 22 and 23 respectively before. Now they bumped them down to 18 and 19. Still really hasn't done much good with them. Excuse me. So here's my Lone Star vest. Right now I'm actually getting just if I have classifieds, I just get rid of them because anything that's not classified, just get rid of it. So I've optimized these 1637, 6% enemy armor damage, and if this wasn't the PTS, I'd actually do more to optimize this build. Health here and 6. So as you can see, my toughness, my firepower, and my skill power all evened out. And so we're going to skip to the mask. 1401, that definitely can go a little bit higher as well. The mods I'm running on it, 267 electronics with 3% skill haste. I have skill haste on almost all of my stuff because my electronics is so low. So that's why I'm running skill haste. I could probably run something better. As you can see, more health. On this one here, optimized at 1391. It takes 50 division tech every single time. So that you want to optimize your build. So you can get it up. I'm 293. As you saw, that guy over there was 291. So you can actually get it fairly high. But the real thing is the talents, because that's really what's going to come into. And this is the talent right here. It's steady hands and enter any cover to reduce recoil by 25% for 10 seconds. The thing is it reduces it by like 100% for 10 seconds. I've put 25% stability or recoil or whatever it is that's going to reduce that and bring that to it, but I have a feeling that the reduced recoil is actually a different stat as opposed to stability or anything like that. So like you would need like 60 stability to reduce your recoil by 25% or something like that. I don't know, but for me, this is the one that you want if you want that steady aim where you're not doing anything. The other trick is to use a mouse and keyboard. So that's and as you can see, I'm running critical save. I'm running Wildfire, which hasn't really helped me at all too much, and then I'm running triage for some strange reason. I don't know why I'm running triage. It's because I'm probably running triage in another web before I was on here, and I haven't changed my build very much since that. So yeah, either way. Well, the thing is with this one here, it's reducing it by 25% for 10 seconds, but I don't have anything else. There's zero that I am doing to do anything. So let me show you really quickly where my character is. There you go. So firearms, stamina, electronics, that's all well and good. Weapon damage is 18,000. Critical hit chance 10%. Critical hit damage 45%. Headshot damage 125. Accuracy 0. Stability. Okay, I have 2% stability on there. So there you go. So somehow 2% stability made its way on there, but it's not going to 27%. I don't know. Whichever one it is. Oh man, I don't know what, I must be talking a lot because you can do that. So, but yeah, this is the one that you're actually reducing your recoil on your gun, and I don't think these have stability and accuracy. Probably have nothing to do with the recoil of the gun very much, or else it would at least do something like that. So that's the one you want because it doesn't just work when you're in cover; it works outside of your cover. That's the best thing about that. You can just dive into cover every single time you want to go shoot something, and then it'll proc. So, and there's no real like cooldown on it or anything like that. It's just it's like a second cooldown, so you can go in and out of cover and have that work. So it's 12% skill haste, signature skill resource gain is 0. So my survivor stability, my max health, my armor mitigation is 32%, which isn't very much. So it's really, you know, a lot of this comes from the fact that I don't think the Big Alajandros have too much of a recoil. So there's their accuracy. As you can see, the stability on there, range, reload. So there's really nothing that I'm doing that makes it that stable. But I was watching, like I said, I was watching Wids' video and basically got the idea that okay, this is definitely a must-have perk for doing this kind of stuff. So there you have it. That's why I'm running that. So there you go. So if you have any more questions about my build, like I said, if this was the real game, I would actually be working to get these things activated. I probably wouldn't. I mean, this is obviously one of the new weapons, so it's not. Oh man, I don't know. All of a sudden, I got really yawny. All of a sudden, probably from talking too much. But the other two weapons that I would highly recommend picking up are Heal and Devil. Because if you were running with both of them, each of the guns gets you get the Fire and Fury. I think that's what it's called. So the Devil runs with fire, with a headshot, increased stability by 30% for 15 seconds. Body shot, increased headshot damage for 30%. And Heal, which is the hitting weak points, increases weapon damage. So, but the great thing is when you have both of these. What up, War Grizzly? How you doing, buddy? Dude, I'm super stoked about Shadow of War coming out on Tuesday. So I know what you're gonna be playing. But anyway, so back to this. When you have both of them, both the guns, you get both of the buffs. So both weapons gain the Fire and Fury talents, and the buff durations are increased by 15% or 15 seconds. Bonuses from Fire and Fury are no longer lost when swapping between Fire and Fury. Weapon swap speed is increased. This is going to be a game changer right here. I'm not running with it right now. I'm going to wait until it's tested out. Probably week 3, I'll probably pick this up. It's going to be insane. The amount of, like, the RPMs are a little low on it, so, but the damage is going to be super high. So it's a marksman rifle, and they're both marksman rifles, so you're going to be able to do some massive amounts of damage with this. So I could see this, especially running this with a set like, what is it? Let me see.
I'll be here if you change your mind.
Well, I think this guy here, I think he has the... I think it's Hunter's Faith that you can run with those, and it would just be insane. So let me see really quickly. Hunter's Faith. Oh man, I gotta have the... Alright, I'll just... Oh, I don't have any space in my inventory. Dang it. This is just from picking stuff up. Oh, and I can't open anything because I don't have any space in my inventory. Alright. Oh, also the resistance caches that you get are garbage. Those things are garbage. Opened a bunch of them up yesterday. Nothing inside worth anything. They're all doo-doo. So, just so you guys know that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Alright, we're going to dismantle this stuff. Alright, there we go. Now we can go ahead and buy that. Let's see what it is.
You're gonna like what you see.
Oh, look who it is.
I might be. It depends on how well it runs on my PC, or how well it runs not on my PC, but on my Xbox to my PC. But I'll definitely have it in hand.
That's what I like to see.
All right, so we're gonna open that up really quick, and we're gonna go here, and there it is, and we're gonna open the bundle. All right, so there we go. Gave us our Hunter's Faith stuff. Doesn't even matter. I don't care. Let's see. There it is. All right. So this the 6-piece Hunter's Faith, hitting an enemy. Oh no, that's 4-piece. So headshots double the gained increased damage bonus. 2 consecutive missed shots are needed to lose the bonus damage. So running both of these are going to be insane. So running Heal and Devil with this is going to be insane. So it's yeah, it's gonna be if you're running Hunter's Faith and 6-piece and you have those 2 exotics, you're pretty much gonna be unstoppable. Okay, so, okay. Also, what is Firecrest looking like? Let me delete some stuff and I'll pick up all of the stuff really quick. Well, I have it here. Let's see. All right. Just gonna delete a bunch of stuff. Not that I need it. Oh, that's locked. So like all this stuff is carried over from my regular account. There's that awesome Ninja Bike messenger bag. I forget I have that because I don't really use it, but. And then Alpha Bridge is most likely going to change. Alright. What the heck? What was that? I don't even know what that was. That was a weird sound. Alright. Sell all the junk.
Come back soon.
Alright. Let's go down to the Firecrest stuff. We'll pick up that Firecrest slot. There it is.
Rhodes said you did good work over at Pathway.
Alright, we'll buy that. There's a lot of OP gear sets right now. They're still trying to work them all out. So I have a feeling that a lot of these gear sets are going to change before they ever see the light of day or even the PTS. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Alright, so let's see. What does the Firecrest set look like? It definitely isn't looking as cool as
Boring. Oh, look who it is.
There you go. There's the Firecrest set right there. I think I have the. Let me see. I might have. I don't know if I have the. I don't know if I have the set on this. Let me check. Let's see if I have the set on here. Collections. Oh look. Okay, so here's the new one that they're gonna do. So this was all Mark 1. So next one they're gonna have Urban Navigator, which looks absolutely terrible, and Streetwear Collection, so you can look like a streetwalker. That looks horrible. Oh, you want to know what the 6-piece set is? Okay. And it is bullets have a 2% chance to cause enemies to burn. Burning targets can cause a fire explosion when killed once every 10 seconds. NPCs set on fire by your flame turret will burn 25% longer for every 2,000 electronics. So if you have 2,000 electronics, 25%. 4,050% longer. So there you have it. That's what that is. It's not as OP as some of the other stuff. So I would highly, I don't know. It's hard to say if it's a must-have. All right, let me see if I have the Firecrest set. I have it on my. I know I have it on my Xbox. I got that full set because I bought the set the day it came out. Right now, this is all striker gear. Tactician, CRBRN, Hunter. So you can see I'm just scrolling through this stuff. I don't think I have it on this. So I'm sure it looks pretty cool though. Firecrest set. Firecrest set. Nope. No Firecrest set on this one. So yeah, so that's cool. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy if you like lighting people on fire. That's gonna be your thing if you're a firebug. You're gonna be able to light people on fire and stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll be excited about that.
So much for Joe Farrell.
Look at this guy. This guy looks like he's ready to go do some evil supervillain shit.
Come on.
So
we need you. Remember that.
Don't be shy.
These guys over here. You notice that some of the guys, they don't blink. It's really weird. Like these guys blink. Like this guy here looks exactly like this other guy, but he blinks, the other guy doesn't. Makes it strange. It's part of. Oh, that guy blinked. Okay, never mind. He blinks. I got this guy over here. He's writing away on his book. I think they're choosing which gear. Yeah, I would say that they're trying to choose which gears for PvP and which ones for PvE. There's definitely a you know, sets that benefit you in certain areas, but for the most part, I mean, I think the Alpha Bridge is probably the most OP set, and I'll grab that one really quick and come on, scroll down, and let me just grab them all. Let's grab all the sets really quick. We got Hunter's Faith. All right, there we go.
A happy customer is the best customer.
I didn't grab the Tactician set though. All right, probably won't be able to. I don't know if I have. All right. I wish it'd just let me open these. Now I have to click through them all. I haven't even got an MDR, man. Not that I've been trying too hard. I haven't really been trying super hard to get it. I'm not a big fan of it. It's an assault rifle. It's not a marksman rifle like I originally once thought. So it's kind of, you know, if you're running it with a meta or with Deadeye or something like that, it's not going to be anything really. So okay, so let's go through this. This is the 6-piece for Alpha Bridge, and I guarantee, almost guarantee, that this is going to change. All right, JBiz, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Thanks for coming by the stream. Appreciate having you here. Please feel free to stop by anytime. So this is the set bonus 6-piece for Alpha Bridge. Inactive personal versions of all signature skills are rotating every 6 seconds and can be activated by killing enemy players or veteran elite NPCs. The signature skills that is up on rotation when an enemy is killed is activated for 10 seconds when all primary stats are balanced between each other. These times are shortened depending on the difference in the ranges of your primary attributes. You can no longer activate signature skills or be affected by ally signature skills. So yeah, they are. Yeah, it's seriously like all you're doing is running a rotating signature skill like constantly. Like that just doesn't seem like something that is going to be tolerable by most of the people. I mean, yeah, you don't get affected by friendly skills or enemy or, you know, or choose a skill, but it's still pretty OP. All right, so here's the Banshee set. This is definitely the PvP stuff. So while rogue, the time to clear manhunt status is decreased by 5% for every, and this is going to change too because they changed the way rogues work in 1.8. So this is completely going to change. So all rogue status actions that result in a rank up are double reward for clearing manhunt status are improved, and while not rogue, damage to manhunt status players is increased by 2% for each man. This is probably the lamest 6-piece in the game. So for 1.8, I have no idea. I'm still running the Lone Star build. I find it probably one of the best builds in the game right now with the classified. But if you're running a regular build, probably a combination of Banshee and Predators with the bicycle bag, with the Mike Messenger bag. Actually, you're probably not needing the Banshee set for that, but so it's hard to say because everything's going to change. Honestly, Strikers is probably going to be good for running solo just because it's got the healing on it, stuff like that. So D3 6-piece, Ballistic Shield is deployed, melee damage is increased by 2,000%. That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's going to be a pretty good one. All overhealing the player receives is applied to the Ballistic Shield as healing. After taking 500,000 physical or exotic damage, the Ballistic Shield grants a buff to the player and all group members within 30 meters for 5 seconds. I don't know what that buff is. So the duration of the buff is increased by 1 second for every 2,000 stamina the player has. Physical damage, armor is increased by 20%. Exotic damage, weapon is increased by 20%. So there you go. This is going to be a pretty popular one as well. I think that they're changing the stats on it was probably not a great idea, but it is what it is. So Predator's Mark, but yeah, I think a lot of these new classified gears are probably gonna get nerfed because some of them are just way OP. That talent there, that 2,000% for melee damage, that's insane. You could just probably kill an elite with 3 hits or something. So Predator's Mark, hitting 10 shots without switching targets now applies the Predator Mark, which makes the target bleed for 50% of the damage already done by those bullets. This is basically the same as the 4-piece, but it's kind of strange. So the damage over time of the target is increased by 50% for every 3,000 stamina and can critically hit the target. When at 9,000 stamina, the damage over time bonus is increased by an additional 120%. So pretty much if you shoot somebody 10 times, they're probably going to bleed out and die. So that's 4 million headshot damage have been hit with a sentry. Yeah, it's crazy. There is just some OP stuff with the classified sets, and that's great because they have to keep up with the Ninja Bike messenger bags that people are coming out with. Some of those builds are just crazy insane. Nomad, 50% chance to have no cooldown for Path of the Nomad. Take 60% less damage for 10 seconds after Path of the Nomad is triggered. This might be a good one to run solo if they end up releasing. I don't know what the next 3 are for the next global event, but I guarantee there will be a global event between now and the release of 1.8. So guarantee that. Put it in your book. Mark it. Probably 2 weeks away. All right. 6-piece bonus for Deadeye. When zoomed, getting a headshot kill with marksman rifle will increase critical hit damage by 20% every second to a maximum of 100% and will increase stability by 100%, last for 10 seconds or until no longer zoomed. Not as big a game changer as some of the other stuff. That's embarrassing. So yeah, I understand it. So Zero's saying, I'm so tired of them coming out with something, but fucking YouTuber streamers saying that's easy. Then when a shitty player is playing as hard as hell, I don't feel like anything's changed. Yeah, and I've probably been in that group as well at some point, saying that something was too easy. Like probably Resistance feels really easy solo at the current moment until you get to like wave like 10, 15, 20 when it absolutely starts getting super hard. Especially when, oh man, sorry, I'm talking too much. Especially when you have hunters coming on board. And that's one of the biggest surprises to me was that they actually put hunters into the Resistance thing. I don't know why hunters would be involved or helping out anything, but yeah, so there's that. Yeah, there's definitely something to say. It's kind of gotten, as a YouTuber myself, as someone who, I mean, I'm not as big as somebody who's really big, But playing Destiny 2, I've seen, and I subscribe to a couple Destiny 2 players, but there's a couple of people, and I'm not going to name any names, but they are completely full of shit when they're doing their stuff. They're putting up these clickbait videos, get 1,000 engrams an hour, get 1,000, faction credits per hour, and it kind of ruins things because, and then when you go in there and it's, it's basically just clickbait to get you in there to watch the video. It's not guaranteed. It's just a possibility that you possibly could get that much. But it's annoying to watch. And then they, because then, Bungie sees that, or, in the case of this, Massive sees that, and they change things because they want to kind of keep players playing the game. And so if the content is super easy to get, then it's easy to exploit it, kind of like how the first global event was with the leaderboards. You saw people up there with like 55,000 GE tokens per hour or something like that. It's all bullshit. Nobody's getting that much an hour. It's just ridiculous. Like, there's no one out there that's getting that many tokens an hour, or whatever it is the currency is. They're not getting that much an hour legitly. They're running through things like Clear Sky, and they're using an exploit to get through it in a short amount of time on challenging, and it kind of screws the rest of us who don't. There are there are a lot of things out there that people want to do themselves, and if somebody is using an exploit and they're not going to get the rewards, they're going to be less likely to do it. And because they're not going to be able to get it. And sure, yeah, you can do it legitly, but you're going to get screwed out of a reward, just like this last time when everybody who was playing got screwed out of the top rewards because everybody was cheating, and Massive did nothing about it. Eventually they did, especially on PC, because it was obvious. Like, there was I think there was a top guy that was like 106,000 GE tokens per hour. So I mean, yeah, no, Zero, please believe me, I have bitched and moaned enough about the leaderboards. I mean, it's ridiculous that leaderboard prevented us from doing another global event until now. I mean, that's the ridiculousness that it is. What do we need a leaderboard for? We don't need leaderboards to tell us how many tokens we get an hour. It's pretty much a set thing. Maybe if we had like a leaderboard for kills or something like that. It's ridiculous that we have to have a leaderboard to tell me how many tokens I got an hour. I don't even care about that. Kill death ratio, people are competitive about that stuff. Nobody gives a shit about how many tokens an hour they're getting. I wish Massive would stop by right now. Please stop by into the stream and listen to what I'm saying. The leaderboards you guys are putting up, nobody gives a shit about. Nobody, except for maybe the top 5 people. And the only reason they care about that stuff is because they're probably YouTubers, and people see their name up there and go, oh, hey, he's probably got a YouTube channel. I'm going to go watch it. And that's it. That's the only reason I would care to have my name at the very top, is so people come and watch my YouTube channel, because more people means more money for me, means more I can do this more. That's the only reason. Self-promotion is the only reason. And even then, I don't go around, if you notice, the name here is Mounty Curl, so there's no correlation between my channel and my name when I'm putting it up here, other than the fact that people who are already on my channel know what's going on. If I had Gun Brothers Gaming up here, that would be self-promotion. I would do it. I've seen lots of people do it. I don't have any problem with people that do it. I see people do it all the time because it's easy. Like a few weeks or a few months ago, when people are like, don't be stream sniping during PUBG. Well, what the hell are you doing putting your damn name in there? To begin with, if you're putting your name in there and you don't want to be stream sniped, don't put your name in there. That's as simple as that. It's stupid to think that, I put my name in there and, and I put Twitch after it so people can go watch my Twitch account. What do you think is going to happen? People are going to watch you and stream snipe. That's the way it is. That's how it goes. It has nothing to do with the fact that it should be wrong, or it should, it shouldn't be happening. It's the fact that that's the way it is. So that's just my, I'll get off my soapbox now. How do you keep track of the tokens an hour? I honestly don't know how they keep track of it. They just figure out how much you get for completing each thing, and at the end they just tally it up. It's on a cycle. It's on a roaming cycle. So it's not how much you get per hour, it's how much you get in a 1 hour time frame. So if you play for 2 hours, it's going to take the top amount of tokens that you got during that hour time frame, somewhere in there, whether it's 10 minutes into a minute and 10 seconds or something like that. Whatever that hour is that you're in there for, that's what they're going to take and do that stuff for. So that's yeah. So there you go. That's my build. That's what I'm running.
Ain't no point.
Hope that was helpful. Oh, I gotta switch back my gear if I'm gonna go out. And let's see. I don't even know what happened to all my gear. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Probably the stuff that I have locked might be some of my gear. That might be it. Let's see. I believe it was this one I was running. I think so. Now I gotta cycle back. Look at what you guys made me do. You guys made me lose all my gear. No, I'm just kidding. I have most of it locked as favorites for the most part. But then there's stuff like this where I don't have it locked. But it's mostly because I optimized gear while I was doing this. So. Oh, the gloves. No. I don't know which gloves I was running. I think it was those. So. And last piece. There we go. Okay. I think we're back up on top of things. That looks close enough. Maybe? Close enough? I think that is. Alright. But yeah, so there we go. Okay. So.
Inspiration to us all.
Thanks, buddy. This guy's standing out here doing nothing. What's wrong with his hand? What's wrong with this guy's hand?
Up there.
This guy's got to be a master at jerking off. Like, look at that. Look at that grip. Like, that is... Who holds their gun that way? Like, he's got to break his wrist.
Quit messing around.
Like, he's not even looking at me. He's looking by me.
Where the hell are we?
Doesn't even know where he's at. Oh well. I don't know. Some of the stuff in this game is hilarious. I need to go find 3 lieutenants again. But I do like that. Oh, here are a couple guys. Look, who's he?
Man, I'm not worried about the JTF.
He's upset about something. Don't mind this gun and backpack that's sticking up walking through here. Oh, he saw me. Oh, I feel bad. I tried to sneak by. Shoot it. Alright, there we go. Alright, hold on, man. I wonder how many turrets this guy's got put up. He gets clear. I don't like the turrets, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I think that's all the guys. Hey, what's up, Drew? For the most part, Infamous did stop playing, but I talked to him earlier, and I think he's gonna start streaming again. I think he's gonna start streaming Division and doing that stuff again. He got frustrated at the Division, and I think he was done for a while. I think there's a lot of us that we were really just tired of all of the nonsense, and so I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back, Drew. So he was. Yeah, I saw him message Cal on Twitter the other day. If you know who Cal is, he's a good guy. You should go visit his stream. He streams in the UK time. But he was talking about hopping on there. I've tried to get him to come on here, do some PTS streaming, but I don't think he has everything set up to where it would be an effective stream. This guy's on fire because he's up against the car. That's hilarious. Way to go, smart guy. Them enemy AI got the smarts. I think that's it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I stopped playing for, well, I never stopped playing. I just stopped. I haven't been making videos on the regular. It's been, you know, it's a little daunting because there are these lulls in the division where you don't really have anything that you can talk about, and so like you see these, you see a lot of division YouTubers, and they'll keep talking about stuff, but really like. They'll keep talking about stuff even though there's nothing to talk about. And so you just kind of have to make up stuff. And I'm not, you know, I don't know. I'm just, there are other things I enjoy doing as well. So, I mean, I love making division videos and stuff like that. Hey, Fire Rat, I appreciate that, man. You know, I do this for you guys. And this stream actually was specifically requested by a couple of subscribers. I was in the middle of making a couple of videos, and I'm still making those videos. But I wanted to stream and kind of you know, interface with you guys directly and talk about what you guys thought about it and what you guys liked and stuff like that. I definitely think that this area is a little bit more well put together than some of the other areas. So there's that. There's a lot of guys just hanging out in the street. They need to figure out how to reduce the spawn here. Like these guys spawn in almost as fast as I kill them. I do think with the 1,000 RPMs, I'm still firm believer that RPMs is king in this game over everything. There is nothing in this game more important than RPM on your weapon. That is a firm believer. Oh yeah, like okay, so that part of my video I actually talked about Destiny 2. I thought for sure that Destiny 2 was probably going to pull a majority of people away from the console version of Division, and it is such a letdown. It is like, I have a review written, I just haven't filmed it or done video for it yet, but the gist of that video is that if they had called it an expansion pass, it would have been received much better. Because that's what it is. It was an expansion pass that they saw, and they're like, you know what, there's probably enough content here for an entire game, so let's go ahead and just call it Destiny 2, despite the fact that it's really Destiny 1.5. And that's not my idea. Like, I think it's an expansion pass at best. Just looking at the amount of content and what they said they wanted Destiny 2 to be before that, and all that stuff. Like, they want Destiny 2 to be like much bigger and better than the original. And actually, what's funny is so I've been don't tell my boss this. I've been actually working on a couple of things, and I've been working on a story for applying for an application at a company. And I can't tell you what the story is or anything like that. But I looked to see, you know, what they had. I looked to see what if they were doing anything with the game. It's a franchise, and I saw that they were looking for writers. They're looking for narrative designers. That's if you're a writer and you're looking for a job in the game industry, writing stories and stuff, they're called narrative designers. That's what they call them. And so I've been looking at this job and at this company because they said they had a position open, or several positions open for narrative designers, and I would love to do narrative design for this game in particular. Why isn't this healing me? My box isn't healing me. That's wonderful. Like, I have no idea why it's not healing me. Like, what? Like, why isn't the box healing me? Like, that makes no sense. Like, the box gets me up, and now I'm dead. But it wasn't healing me. But anyway, so I've been working on a story for this game, And I went and I actually looked up, and it said that that they weren't going to do a third installment unless it was bigger, like hugely bigger than the second and first one. The second and first one were huge games, and so it would need to be just something on just out of this world, just blown away, huger. And so I have the story. I have a idea as to how to do it and how to make it super good and super well put together, and it's something that would probably crush anything else that was out there. It'd probably take 5 or 6 years to develop, but it would be awesome when it was done. So I'm in the middle of this, doing this story for them, and hopefully, you know what, I'll probably, after I apply and hear back, I'll probably share it with you. So if I don't get it, I'll just share with what it was. I had this idea for a segment on my YouTube channel called Designer Corner, where I basically just give you guys the game ideas that I had at one point. So the problem is working for the game industry. About a year before Saints Row came out, I pitched a game called Gangland to my boss at the company. Well, one of the people within the company went and worked for this other company that developed Saints Row. And it could vary in a lot of the similar things. Like, it was basically, so I'll tell you this story. So we were actually looking to do a game with Snoop Dogg. Yeah. So I was basically tasked with coming up with basically creating some pitch documents to work with Snoop Dogg. And he only wanted $200,000 to lend his name to the game, to license his name to the game. This was 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. And so I was like, okay, well, let's come up with a couple of things. So we came up with a couple of mobile ideas, like Snoop Dogg's mobile golf, or urban golf. That's what it was called. So I came up with that idea where you were basically famous rappers and you were golfing through the streets. And so there was that idea. But the main one was called Gangland. And you were basically this the kingpin, and you were trying to start up your own gang, and you would have to go around and recruit people. And that was the thing that was making it different than, say, like GTA, was that you could actually go around and recruit people into your gang and then take them on like missions and stuff like that. So that was the main way to do it. And I wrote up a story, and there are some strangely similar things about Saints Row and this in the pitch document that I came up with that would eventually really make Saints Row well. A couple other things I'll tell you about. Here, I'll let you watch me do the Macarena while I'm talking to you, because I can't. I'm having trouble. Like, look at this guy doesn't even realize that I'm about to do the Macarena right by him. But so, anyways, I came up with a couple other game ideas back in the day, and my company was working on. I don't even want to say it. It was a horrible movie license. It basically ultimately led to the shutdown of the company, because the movie license was just not something anybody ever wanted to play. So I'll just say that it was had to do with Matthew McConaughey, and that we'll just say that's it. He was the main character in the video game. So, but I came up with a couple of really good ideas. So back then there weren't too many MMOs out, but I came up with this MMO for an apocalyptic game where you were basically creating a character, getting dropped into the apocalypse, and you would have to go around, and it was basically a permadeath game. And you would have to go around, learn skills like find books, learn how to shoot a firearm. You basically, anything that you had to do, you would have to learn how to do. Sure, you would get to choose a profession, what you were before the apocalypse happened. So if you're a police officer, you automatically got to shoot a gun. You knew how to drive a car. You knew how to operate a police car, stuff like that. So you knew how to drive those stuff. There was also a bunch of other stuff included in where you would have to go and, like, if you found a car, it would be broken down. There was fort building, and this was long before. This is 2004 or whatever it was. That was back in the day. So there was definitely a lot of room for that stuff. It never happened. And this came out of my interest of making Battlefield 1942 so this was back in, like I said, early 2000s. and making that, because there was all these problems around Battlefield 1942 with like plane camping and stuff like that. And I was like, well, you know, let's get a hold of EA and talk to them about adding in some technical aspects where in order to fly a plane, you would have to pass a series of proficiency tests to be able to fly a plane. So you'd have to go through the flight training and stuff like that to be able to fly a plane in the game, in multiplayer. And I was like, this is going to resolve half of the problem where, you know, people are like sitting there just waiting for planes, and then they fly it away and crash it into the ground, and and then people yell at you in the thing and all of this stuff. It doesn't matter. People are yelling at you because you're a noob and you crash the plane and you caused the team to lose or whatever it was, and they could have flew it better. Really doesn't matter. But this would have, you would have got a license, you would have got your pilot's license, tank license, your ability to do this, go through firearms training with weapons and stuff like that, to have the right to use those abilities and stuff like that in the multiplayer game or the single player game, whichever one you chose. Didn't really matter. But those were things that I wanted to add into Battlefield, make it a little bit more realistic, cut down on the amount of spawn camping and plane camping and tank camping. But EA found a way around that by basically removing those tanks and stuff like that from the spawn and making them static spawns. I do think that Battlefield feels more like Medal of Honor right now than it does Battlefield, but we've digressed. But anyways, that's it. That's all I've got for you tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut things off here as my hips are gyrating in your face. I do want to go ahead and try and do some more streaming on this type of stuff, and basically create more content that's more podcast-like than. I'm gonna try. I've been trying to work with a couple of other people, people that are well known in the Division community, to do some podcasts and have them on the show and talk to them while I'm doing this. Afflicted Gamer's been on a couple times. I'm going to try and have him on more. I enjoy gaming with him. If you don't know who he is, he streams a lot more than I do, so you can catch his streams and stuff. They're pretty good. He does Survival Sundays. He might be doing them right now, but he might have stopped already. But yeah, so there you have it. I'm going to cut off my stream right there. I appreciate you guys for coming by. If you want to help, monetize my channel, YouTube's not helping at all. Feel free to hit that. There's a. I'll drop this link into the channel really quickly. As you see, my frames dip down to like 11. If you want to know what 10 frames per second looks like, that's what it looks like. So I'm going to drop this down here. You can go ahead and check that out. You can donate there and help the cause, or you can don't feel free like it's a must, like you have to, but it helps us out. Subscribing is really the only thing that I ask, so that you guys can get back in here and see what I stream and all that stuff. Make sure you turn notifications on. Follow me on Twitter. I do have a Facebook page that I occasionally post these videos to, but for the most part, I just wanted to go ahead and talk about this. If you missed any of this stuff, you can always go back and watch it from the beginning, Zero. We're definitely here. It's been about 2 hours, so I'm just trying to wrap things up. Because I got family. They'll be home soon. So anyways, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be in Chicago for the next 2 weeks, starting next Sunday. So I'm going to stream. I'll be streaming before then, at least streaming Division content before then, trying to get more Week 3 PTS stuff done. I might try and jump on and live stream the state of the game as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, okay, yeah, dude. If you message me on Twitter, I'm always happy to give you the information for the Discord, and you could sit here and talk to me and stuff like that. I'm hoping to start up a Patreon, and one of the rewards for supporting the channel will be unlimited access to my Discord, where you can come in and pop in the stream and talk with me and talk about Division stuff, or just do stuff like that. Figure something out. I don't know. Right now it's free. You can do it for free right now. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and sorry that the stream got cut off a little bit shorter than I wanted it to, but I got some stuff to do. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys later when
Damn.
Let's see.
I'm tired.
I don't know. We'll figure it out when I stop back by. and we'll figure out when I'm going to be back on. And yeah, so if you follow me on Twitter, we'll definitely be doing that. So anyways, have a good night. Thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll catch you guys next time. Agent out.